think we're on. All right, we got 22 on so far. Just give a couple quick seconds here. And also, if you can hear me, if you're on, go ahead and type some comments in the side so I know I'm not talking to myself. All right, what's going on, James? All right, I see you. Also, I'm going to open my Facebook too, so in case you can't hear my screen or something goes off with the internet, just send me a message through Facebook. Let me know. All right, good. All right, good. I see you guys. Good. Hear you. All right. The purpose of this hangout, again, same thing I mentioned before. I'm gonna talk about why this will work when you follow the plan. I'm gonna talk about how it works, and then I'm gonna just go into the perpetual traffic plan. So the idea is to show your new folks this hangout so they can have a rough idea of what the plan is. And going back, and before I start, I will say the whole system, the reason why I picked the skinny body care system is simply because everything is included. You have the capture pages, you have the sales videos, you have the email autoresponders that go out automatically. Everything's automatic and connected within the system. Most times you join a business, you spend money to join whatever business it is. Then you got to get a capture page. Then you got to get an autoresponder. Then you got to do this. Then you got to do that. Then you got to buy all this other stuff to make it work. The whole idea and the reason why I picked this system is because everything is included. We don't have to do that. So when the new person joins, all they have to do is get people to the capture page. And again, during the last few minutes of this hangout, I'm going to talk about how to get people to the capture page on a continuous basis. Now, the reason why new people can't make anything work is because they don't have a following, they don't have a large email list, they don't know what to write when they're sending out emails, they don't know how to speak to people, they don't know what to say, simply because they don't have the experience. The reason, again, why I picked this system is because it takes out the need to have experience. So when you have a website that does everything for you, that takes the stress off. You know, when people ask me questions, hey, you know, how do I do this? What do I do that? When do I got to send emails? With this system, you don't have to do that. Now, when you start making money and when you start getting a good idea of how to make money, basically you've been pumping traffic, you've been making some commissions. Once you get to that point, then you create your own story, and then you can start getting sexy and doing different capture pages and doing different systems. So hopefully that makes sense so far. If you're following me so far, just let me know. Give me a little bit of feedback. Also, again, I'm kind of in a new location, so I don't know how this internet connection is going to be. So, again, if I lose screen sharing or something like that, just make sure you send me a message on Facebook. So, but if everything I'm saying so far makes sense, I'm going to go ahead and move on. All right, good. So, again, the whole thing, everything is provided by the company. And I'm going to go ahead and start my screen share here. Share my. Also, if for some reason we stop the screen share, just hit me on Facebook or whatever. But basically, the only thing I'm going to show you here is the only thing you need to find. This right here is obviously the back office. Whenever folks log in, under the home screen, everything you need is under marketing tools. So when you log in, click home, you see my screen so far, you see the marketing tools, everything is right there for you. Again, when you're doing this and when you have new folks, all you have to do is tell them where to get the same information from. A lot of people ask me, how do I get the capture pages? Where's the share code? Where's this? Where's that? In the beginning, you don't need a share code. You don't need Power Lead System just yet. If you're an existing Power Lead System user, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But if you're just starting out, you never signed up anybody, you're not making any money, just use the company replicated stuff. And again, everything's under marketing tools. Simply click on marketing tools and you go down and then you'll find banner ads, PowerPoint presentations. I don't use any of that. The only thing I use is the promotional websites. And I don't promote the product. I don't promote the New Year resolution thing. I don't promote the 90-day challenge. The only thing I promote are the business opportunity landing pages. And in fact, the only things here I promote are the bottom 4. See the one with the woman, the couple, the beach couple, actually those 3 right there. Those 3 are the only pages I promote. Now, I'm also going to show some numbers from using those pages. Actually, I'm going to go back here to the Hangout to make sure everyone is still with me here. So if what I said so far makes sense, just let me know. I'm kind of going back and forth between screen share. Also, we got 36 out of 120 registered. I will always say, yeah, again, it's always a numbers game. Yep, we can still see me, still going. Good. Okay. But again, always remember that this is a numbers game. What I'm going to do now is just simply go to a slide I prepared. I made, these are my numbers this morning at 8 o'clock. So just so you understand that. Today I sponsored like 4 people. But what I'm going to show you now is based off of data I had a few hours ago. I'm going to go back to screen share. We'll find my slide. For some reason, it's not working. Okay. So I'm just hoping that everyone can see my screen here. But basically, these are my current numbers. Site hits 19,700 some odd hits. Now, a lot of this traffic this is all of my traffic. This isn't my best quality traffic. A lot of this comes from Traffic Monsoon, FutureNet, the cache links, the massive traffic packages from Traffic Monsoon. Again, it's not the best traffic in the world, but if you're starting out and if you're broke, that's the place to go. Also, understand this is all of my traffic. I got websites that are ranked out there, all sorts of different crap out there. So my numbers are a little low when you compare site hits to my pre-enrollees. Now, that being said, 8.5% of everyone who visits my capture page, the same capture pages I shown you, 8.5% of those folks are the ones who are opting in. 6.8% of those folks have become members so far. So that means every time I have 100 pre-enrollees, 6.8, approximately 7, sign up to become members. So you should already, and a lot of people have different numbers here. Over time, you'll be able to figure out your own numbers. But again, the only thing you have to do is just to keep getting people to the capture page. The more people you get to the capture page, the more people who are going to ultimately opt in. The people who opt in, a small percentage of those folks are going to join. You do not have to do anything. You don't have to send emails. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to call people. You just get people to the capture page. Same thing I said over and over and over again. And it doesn't matter even what the hell it is we're promoting. So that being said, I'm going to go back to the webinar and see if everyone's just tracking so far. So is that making sense so far? Just keep getting people to that capture page, and then over time, the numbers are going to end up playing out. And so I'm just waiting to see more feedback here. Okay, good. Now, and those again are my numbers from this morning. For some reason, my Google chat here isn't quite working, but I'm kind of bouncing back and forth between screens. But again, you see those numbers. All you have to do is just get people to that capture page. A lot of folks, my numbers may be a little inflated because I do have about 30% of all of my signups have come from people who follow me on social media. So understand that 30% of those signups are obviously people who know me, who have been following me. All the rest of them have come from cold traffic, just putting traffic to the capture page. Now, what I personally do is, because I know some people are a little nervous about doing videos. They're a little, they just don't want to be out there on the internet. All you have to do is just get people to that company, those company capture pages. For those of you who have the Power Lead system, those folks, I'm going to show you what I do. And this is if you're not afraid to get out there to do videos, to do things like that. The only difference, actually, there's a couple things I want to talk about. A lot of folks on here are already familiar with the Power Lead system. And yes, I am sweating. It's hot. Folks using the Power Lead system, you have two options. By the end of this weekend, I'm going to have a share code, which is going to essentially, someone's going to go to the capture page. They're going to put in their email address, and then they're going to see a video of me talking about why they need to opt in again. And when that person comes through, they're going to see me talking about clicking your skinny body care capture page. They're going to have to opt in and then get on the company emails. This is going to serve two purposes. Number one, we're going to get the lead first in our Power Lead system. And then number two, we're going to essentially hand them off to the corporate website that does everything. That's only for people who are active users already of the Power Lead system. If you don't have the Power Lead system, don't worry about it. But again, this is how I'm going to essentially tie it in. The reason for that is when people join a program, somebody opts in, they join a program, they are nervous about spending money, they spend a few bucks on this program, and then they find out that they don't get everything they need. So they go through the frustration of, crap, now I got to buy this other crap over here to make this one program work. And so what we're trying to do is eliminate that. What we want is for folks to get in the skinny system. I'm going to just call it skinny. The skinny system, to work that for a little bit. Once they start making money, then they can take some of their profits, get the Power Lead system later on, and then use their profits to scale up. So hopefully that's making sense. I'm going to click back over here to see the comments. But yes, the share code will be out sometime this weekend. But for now, if you do have the Power Lead system, if you do have Lead Lightning, I'm going to go back to screen share for a second, because this is what I do. There's different options of doing this. This right here is back office of Power Lead system. Power Lead system or Lead Lightning, it's the same thing. All you simply do, you see, click the easy button, very first button there. Click the easy button, scroll down, and then we see company personal link. What I do is put my replicated company skinny body care capture page right there, and then I promote referral link B, because this, whenever folks go to this capture page, they're going to find out about Lead Lightning, and then later on during the email series, they're going to find out about skinny body care. This link right here, I also advertise on Traffic Monsoon. The cache links, the massive traffic, all geo-targeted, by the way. and my ad packs. So for my ad packs on Traffic Monsoon and FutureNet, the only two things I promote is Lead Lightning, which is the Lead Lightning / Skinny Body Care funnel, and then my Skinny Body Care capture pages. So hopefully that makes sense so far. And then I just promote these links. Also with these links, the Power Lead System capture pages, the Lead Lightning capture pages, all of those same pages will do the same thing. They will promote Lead Lightning, Power Lead System, and your primary business. So those are different capture pages we have to use. I'm going to go back here to the Hangout, make sure folks are still following and understanding what I'm saying. So if that makes sense, let me know. I Google comments aren't working, and I can't see people leaving comments live for some reason. But if that makes sense so far, just let me know. That's only if you're in Power Lead System, and if you're in Lead Lightning, you can use those generic Power Lead System pages. Make sure with the autoresponder, you have it set to promote your primary and the Power Lead System, or promote your primary and Lead Lightning. So what that does is give you extra capture pages you have, so you can just take those and then promote the whole system. So now we're promoting Power Lead System, Lead Lightning, and Skinny Body Care with one link without a share code. Because see, here's the problem. And a lot of people follow me. We've all gone through this frustration. We get in this new program, and I just had a guy today asking me 10,000 questions. Where's the share code? I thought I was joining a ready-made system, asking all of these questions, and it's just like, calm the hell down, Simba. Everything step by step. You get the Skinny Body Care system, number one. That's the first thing you join. You have that. You have the company capture pages. You have the autoresponders. You have everything. Now, sooner or later, I'm going to put together, my broke man's plan for this system as well. But the whole idea is get the Skinny Body Care system. You have it. You order in products, you're in. The second thing would be to get Lead Lightning. One time, $7. Now, that gives us two programs, two systems to advertise on the revshare programs. Whatever revshare you pick, Traffic Monsoon, FutureNet, whatever. You advertise those two links. And when you advertise the Lead Lightning link, that helps promote both. You see what I'm saying? So hopefully you got that. When you're promoting your Lead Lightning link, you're always promoting referral link B, and that will promote Lead Lightning and the Skinny Body Care system, because the autoresponders will do that for you. It's ready-made. You don't have to worry about share codes. You don't have to worry about autoresponders. You don't have to worry about sending out emails. You just have to worry about getting ad packs up. So if that makes sense so far, if everyone's tracking, let me know. Type in yes in the comments, or, yes, Rob, it's making sense. No, Rob, I don't understand anything you're talking about. Just let me know. Good. Okay. This sounds expensive. You're in the wrong place. Wrong. It's not. Yes. If you're not in, then this hangout isn't for you. If you're not in the system, I'm not talking. This is for people who are active and wanting to go. Yeah, this isn't for people who are curious and, will this thing work? This hangout is for explaining why this thing will work, and it will work because of the traffic. Now, I see some people asking about ad packs. Ad packs are the same in any company, whether you're using FutureNet or whether you're using Traffic Monsoon. Again, I had a guy pounding me with questions earlier because he didn't read what I said in my post. It all works the same way. If you followed me, or if you don't know, when you're using the ad packs, when you join FutureNet, I'm not going to explain how the program works, but when you're in FutureNet or if you're in Traffic Monsoon, the first thing you have to do is work your way up to 10 active ad packs. Now, that doesn't mean buy 10 ad packs right now today. That means whenever you can, work your way up to 10 active ad packs. What I did was I bought 2 ad packs my very first day. Then every single week, I would buy another ad pack. So I'd buy 2 ad packs. At the end of the first week, I had $7. I would buy another ad pack. That third ad pack I would buy would only cost me $43 because I already had $7 on my account. And then I just kept doing that every single week until I had 10 active packs. Once you get 10 packs, you're going to earn $10 a day, approximately. So that means every 5 days you can buy a new ad pack from profits. You're not using your pockets anymore. So for you folks who saying this sounds expensive, you're crazy. I started this thing broke myself. Right now, $277K a year, and this is the exact strategy that I followed. Once you get to 10 active packs, you buy a new pack every 5 days. You work your way up to 25. If you have to buy a new ad pack every now and again to keep the packs growing, do it. If you have a job, if you have a steady stream of income, if you have any other income stream, use it to get to 25 packs. Once you have 25 packs, then the rest is virtually history. All you have to do is buy a new pack every other day and work your way up to 50. There will be some sticking points. When you get to around 35 to around 45 packs, you will go through, you buy a pack and a pack falls off. You buy a pack and a pack falls off. You'll kind of hover a little bit. At that point, you will need to buy a new pack every week if you want to get over that. Or you're going to have to get referrals, which is going to be the last portion of this hangout. Once you get to 50, that's where you want to be. You will then be able to withdraw $50 a week, and then you'll be able to use that money for traffic over and over and over again. It's like every single week you're going to get a free $50 to use. Okay? And then that free $50, that revshare $50 you get every single week, you take that and you buy traffic with it over and over and over, promoting your skinny body care capture page, and you do that over and over and over again. And you keep doing that, and sooner or later, signups are going to start coming out the other end. You saw my numbers, 8 point whatever percent it was, people opt in, and 6.8% of those folks are joining. My first week, $1,349, and it's just going to go up from there. So, that being said, I'm going to go over here, see if any questions. I'm just scrolling down, looking at the comments. But again, it doesn't matter which rev share you pick. Just pick one, because I know I have 3 that I'm currently working, but just pick one and work it up. What I did, there's that rev share. My advertising pays. I used my advertising pays to take out my first $100, and I used that $100 to load up Traffic Monsoon. My advertising pays left the United States, and then Traffic Monsoon blew up for me in a good way. But now what I'm doing is, instead of coming out of my pocket to join a new program or to buy advertising or to buy traffic or to buy anything, I use my Traffic Monsoon money for everything. And then especially now that Payza got a prepaid debit card, Traffic Monsoon money to Payza, I put that on my Payza card. Then I take that and I buy traffic. In fact, that's how I bought my latest traffic order at Traffic for Me. So that same concept is what I want folks to get. And it doesn't matter what the rev share is. It doesn't matter what the program is. But if you leverage those ad packs and then you get to 50 packs, you can take out $50 a week for as long as the rev share is around. And again, that $50 a week you're getting, you don't want to put that in your pocket. You want to put that in a traffic and you want to build another program, because we don't know how long these particular RevShare programs are going to be around, if they're going to last, but we want to make sure that our income is protected and then that we're going to keep getting paid no matter what. So that's why I put together the system the way it is. So going back, and it's all the same. It doesn't matter if it's my paying ads, if it's Traffic Monsoon, if it's FutureNet. With my paying ads, you know, I was thinking about doing a broke man's plan with that, because ad packs are like $5. People come in $5, just kind of work their way up. It's going to take them a long ass time, but they can do it. And my strategy is this. With Traffic Monsoon, I use Traffic Monsoon money to buy traffic from Clicks with a Kick. FutureNet, I use that money to buy traffic from MLM leads. My paying ads, I use that money to buy traffic from Traffic Authority. And I just keep it to that. And that allows me to have dedicated traffic sources. I know where the money's going, and I get traffic from all different sources. I'm not just relying on one guy, one company, one system to get traffic. I get traffic all over the place. And that allows me to get constant people coming into my sales funnel and constant signups. Again, it's a numbers game, and a lot of people come in these programs and they underestimate the amount of numbers that they're going to have to show this business to turn a profit. You're going to have to go through thousands of people to get money. And when you follow those perpetual traffic plans, you're not using your pockets to buy this traffic. You're using RevShare profits to buy real, quote unquote, traffic over and over and over again until you get those signups. Now, why use RevShare traffic? The traffic there is sporadic. I call it sporadically steady at best. If you just keep buying the ad packs over time, you're going to get a steady stream of signups, but don't expect a lot of signups from one ad pack. I mean, it's just how the numbers play out. You have to buy additional forms of traffic. So going back here, seeing if what I'm saying is making sense. But again, it's all numbers, and it's just simply following that perpetual traffic plan. You get the skinny body care capture pages. Skinny body care capture pages, your lead lightning capture pages. Those are the only two things I promote on all of those rev shares. And I get people signing up daily in lead lightning, power lead system, and I get people signing up daily in skinny body care. And I just keep the wheel turning, and I don't stop. And then all the money I make in skinny body care goes in my pocket. Power lead system money goes in my pocket. And then all of the money I make in all of the rev shares all goes into traffic, and I don't change. I'm going to go back to a screen share. Are you tracking 3 traffic resources? You know, I don't do that. To be honest with you, I don't, you know, someone asked a question about, do I track my different traffic sources? I don't. You know, there's so many people out there. Oh, I buy 50 clicks and I tracked it and I get a 3% opt-in rate and 2 people who signed up. I don't do that. That's the wrong type of energy. A lot of people won't put out that amount of, they won't put out the correct amount of, they won't buy the correct amount of traffic to get an idea to make an honest assessment. A lot of people think, well, I bought 1,000 clicks, you know, and it just doesn't work that way. You have to buy at least 10,000 clicks from a traffic source to get a realistic idea of how that traffic performs. Because what happens is people opt into your list, they watch you, and then over time they join you. And you could have bought that person, you could have got that lead from a crap ass solo ad that you bought a year ago, but it took that person a year to come to a buying decision to join you in your program. So how can you sit here and say that that was crap traffic when you made money off of one of those leads you got from buying that crap traffic? I know I said a whole lot there, but Does that make sense? If what I said so far, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna use this story. I tell the story a lot. Somebody joined me in Motor Club of America. It was an opportunity I promoted like 3 years ago. A lady was on my email list for a year. I think it was a year, about a year and a half. A year and a half. And then she finally joined me in that damn program. So that being said, you can't judge right off the bat if a traffic source sucks or not because you did not get immediate sales. Say it takes people a while to come from you spamming their email inbox to come to a buying decision to join you in a program. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, let me know. All right, good. But again, it's just you can't. No one can judge if you buy traffic and you get fake emails and nobody opens your emails, then okay. But if people are opening your email, you're getting real leads on your email list, then it's a good traffic source. It's just you have to work those leads. Those leads are real live flesh and blood people who are nervous. They don't want to be scammed. They think everything online is a scam, but they're opting in different capture pages for whatever dumbass reason. These are the people you're going to come across, and you're going to have to go through a lot of people to get to a place to where you're earning significant amount of income. So that being said, I'm just going to show a couple more things here with this screen share. I'm going to just go. What I'm going to simply do is I'm going to just go to my FutureNet account to kind of touch on my traffic plan. So I'm just hoping that everyone sees my screen. This right here is back office of FutureNet. As you can see, 359 packs. I can withdraw 420. You see at 429 bucks is my balance. Last week I took out about 400 bucks. This week I'm going to take out 400 bucks again. This is free money, quote unquote. Every single week I have 400 bucks from this company over and over and over again that I could just take out and use to buy traffic with. And I followed that same strategy. I came in, I bought 2 ad packs when I started. I worked my way up to 10 ad packs. I worked my way up to 50 ad packs. And then I just kept withdrawing money, buy traffic, and just kept on going. Sooner or later, I started getting signups. And hopefully this is making sense, because the idea is to use this revshare money over and over and over again, because it takes people long periods of time to go from a cold lead to making a buying decision to joining your program. So that's why you have to stick it out. A lot of people don't want to keep spending money out of their pocket with no return. So that's why we use this revshare strategy. Going back to the Hangout. So does that make sense? All right. But any which way, it's the same thing every single week, and I do not change. And it doesn't matter if you're starting out with one rev share. A lot of people, I see you're in 3 different rev shares. Where do I start? How do I do this? Just pick a rev share. Actually, it's step 1, get the system, the Skinny Body Care system. Step 1. Step 2, you join whatever rev share, you pick whatever rev share, you get to 50 ad packs, kind of making it shorter here. You withdraw 50 bucks a week, and you use that 50 bucks and you buy traffic. The very first suggested place was MLM Leads. They have a package for 47 bucks. So instead of coming in, joining Skinny Body Care and going to MLM Leads and coming out of pocket every single week, 47 bucks, the only thing you have to do is work your way up to 10 active ad packs in FutureNet or Traffic Monsoon, get to 50, withdraw 50 bucks over and over and over again. So if that makes sense, let me know. A lot of people are confusing this. They're wanting share codes and they're wanting all of this stuff. The only thing you have to do is get people to that company capture page. You don't have to send emails. You don't have to call people if you don't want to. People will email you. People will still call you. People will still ask you dumbass questions. but it's all within the system. We didn't come into this business to be a skinny fiber rep. I didn't come into the system to ask and consult people on health issues and if you need fiber and all this other kind of bull crap. The only thing I do is I sell a product and I teach other people how to sell that same product. And people opt in. They have the choice. They can either buy it or not. That's it. We're in the sorting business. We don't care. We're not trying to convince people to join. All day long, I get emails. Why should I buy this product? I don't know. Unsubscribe and get off my email list. Don't ever email me again. That's the mentality you need to have, because you're going to have to go through so many people, and it's going to take a while to go through that amount of people to get into profit. A lot of people join these programs thinking they're going to get immediate return when they're not. It doesn't matter what program you're in. Even the new thing, one of our favorite gurus is out there promoting that new deal. It doesn't matter what the fucking program is, because you're still going to have to get traffic to it. That's what the people, he just keeps wanting you to join this new program. This is going to be the program to join for this year. Wrong. Whatever program you're in, you're still going to have to get traffic to it. And that's the thing people aren't getting. It's just, it doesn't matter what the program is. You have to get lots of people to it to make money. A lot of people look at my situation. Rob, well, I kept buying traffic. I kept putting out videos, doing these hangouts over and over and over again. And sooner or later, my shit cut on. And if you want to get to where I am, do that same thing. And it's just that simple. Now, going ahead and wrap this hangout out, because I think I lost like 5 pounds in water in the past couple of minutes here. But just understand that everything is in the system. You have lead lightning, power lead system, and then you have the skinny body care system. When folks opt into either one of those systems, it's self-contained. If I opt into your lead lightning page, the autoresponder is going to teach me everything I need to know. I create an account, I log my ass in the back office, and I go through the training. I don't harass my sponsor and ask them, what do I do now? No, I take my lazy ass to the back office and I go through the training. Same thing with the skinny body care system. That's why I included it with what we're doing here. The only thing you have to do is keep getting people to those capture pages. Don't complicate it. I'm just seeing if there's any. If you have any other questions here, the idea again, and I say it one more time, just get people to the capture page. Just get people to the capture page. Just get people to the capture page. You don't need a share code. You don't need all this other stuff people are getting all crazy and bent out of shape with. You don't need to join any new programs. You just need to work your ad packs up, withdraw a certain amount of money, buy MLM leads traffic, traffic sources I use, MLM leads, Udemy, Traffic for Me, Traffic Authority. I'm kind of scaling back from Clicks with a Kick, but those are the only places I buy traffic from. And I buy it over and over and over again. A lot of people think I have some new crazy secret traffic source, and I don't. I just buy traffic from those places, and I advertise those capture pages. The reason why I want to start people out with just a skinny system is because it has everything in it. Once the people are making money, then they can get the Power Lead System Gold, and then we'll get them a share code. But you got to think, you opt into this program, you buy the Skinny Body Care System. Oh shit, now I need to buy the Power Lead System too? So I'm already spending $60 on Skinny Body Care, and then now you want me to spend $54 for the Power Lead System. Where else do I got to spend money from? Oh, now you want me to buy ad packs too. So that's another, what, $50, $100 a month? By the time you run a person through that gauntlet, they're not wanting to do anything. You see what I'm saying? So what we do here, Skinny Body Care System, then you buy ad packs. Well, why do I got to buy ad packs? To advertise the Skinny Body Care System. And then you do that until you build up your ad packs. Then you can take out that $50 a week, run it through MLM leads traffic to advertise your skinny body care system, and you teach your folks to do the same until you're making money. You don't do anything else until you're making money. So I'm just scrolling down, see if anyone has any comments. So I'm going to end up wrapping up this hangout here. But if you have any other questions, and this is recorded and it will be automatically emailed out about 3 hours after the hangout. If you have any questions, send it to me on Facebook. If I don't answer immediately, just have some patience. Just resend your question or send me an email, because I get hundreds of Facebook messages and it's impossible to keep up with all the crap. But again, I'm going to wrap this up. I don't see anyone having any questions here. Just get people to the capture page. You have everything you need. Log in, home, marketing, replicated capture pages. Scroll down to the BizOp capture pages. Later on, there was a video, about this Herbalife, some crap happened. And I'm going to cover, as far as down the road, retail, but I have to test out a few things first. And, when I figure that out, I'll pass that as well. The whole idea is, a lot of companies are making their money off of recruiting instead of selling products. With the Skinny Body Care Company, 90% of people are customers, and about 10% is distributors. So it already has a large customer base. So we're safe as far as that regards goes. But down the road, I will share different ways to get the retail customers, but I have to test it out first. Yes, if you have conversion pros, okay, I guess you're answering someone else's questions down there. But again, yeah, just go and watch the recording. And it's just the same stuff I've said since the Broke Man's Plan. It's the same exact thing. You have a business, you have a marketing system, you have a traffic source. The Skinny Body Care business, Power Lead System, Lead Lightning is a marketing system, and traffic source is Traffic Monsoon, MLM Leads, FutureNet, Udemy, Traffic for Me, Traffic Authority, all those things. So, all right, appreciate you folks. If you have any questions, hit me on Facebook. Let me know you got some value from this. And I doing another one of these on Saturday as well. So if I didn't answer your question, show up Saturday. And then I'll collect all the questions I get from here to Saturday and answer them then as well. All right, appreciate you folks. And we will see you on Saturday. Thanks, folks.